Morning, guys. We miss all of you so much and cannot wait to see you guys in person. But for the time being, while Winchester schools are closed and the Winchester Recreation Department is closed, we'll be holding class this way. So what we're going to be doing is giving you basically a lesson plan for you to do all of your workouts at home as long as school and the rec department is closed. So what we're going to be doing each week is we're going to be giving you a challenge. And we're going to be checking in on that challenge. We're going to be giving you a warm-up idea. Then we're going to be going on to a skill. Then we'll move on to a workout, and we'll talk about the workout. And finally, we will move on to a cool down, which is usually going to be yoga-based. So here's what we've got going on today. First, we're going to do for our warm-up today, we're going to do a dice game. In the dice game, ones are going to be a push-up, twos are going to be a sit-up, threes are going to be an air squat, fours are going to be a jumping jack, fives are going to be hollow rocks, and six are going to be supermans. So you're going to use one dice to figure out which movement you're going to be doing. You'll take a second dice and figure out how many of that movement you're going to be doing. So all you really need to set up for this game is 2 dice, all right? Today's skill is going to be the pistol. The pistol is a one-legged squat, and we're going to be doing this 3 different ways. So you basically will stop when you get to each of the levels that works for you. Certain levels will work for some people, other levels will work for other people. So the first level is a pistol to a bench. Then it's going to be a pistol to a lower object. Finally, it's going to be an unassisted pistol. Okay. Fun stuff today. Today's workout is 5 rounds for time, RFT, 10 pistols. You're going to do 5 on each side. So 5 on the right side, 5 on the left side. I recommend that you alternate these. So 1 on the right side, then 1 on the left side, 5 times. Then you're going to do 10 push-ups. Knee push-ups are perfectly fine. If that's still too hard, we can move to the wall. And we'll talk about those 3 things in a minute. Finally, sit-ups. We're going to have our feet in the butterfly position today with our heels touching one another. So we'll show you that in just a minute as well. So for today's cool down, we're going to be doing a few yoga poses, and we're going to be focusing on gratitude. We're going to be focusing on what do we have to be grateful about, even though things are kind of crazy right now. So that will be what we're working on today. Okay, guys, this is what we're going to be doing for our push-ups today in our dice game. We start with that nice plank, nice straight back, elbows tucked in tight. We lower to the ground and push back up. Lower to the ground, push back up. For many of us, we can't do perfect form yet. So what we're going to do is lower to the ground. We're going to lift our shoulders up a little bit quicker to do sort of a cobra push-up. If that's still not going to work, we go to our knees. And if that's still not working, we go over to the wall. We put our hands in front of us, keep that body nice and straight, and we get as close to the wall with our head as we can. If a certain height is easy for us, we lower our hands and move our feet away from the wall until it gets to a point where it's a challenge for us. All right, there we go on the push-up. So here we go on the sit-up. We're putting our heels together so that the soles of our shoes touch. What we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back, touch the ground with our hands, come all the way up and touch either our shoes or in front of our shoes with our hands. So down and up, down and up. That's our push-up. For our air squat, we want to have our shoulders above our ankles at all times. So it's going to look like this. Nice straight back, send your hips back, and down. Keep those knees driving outward. From the side, it looks like this. Feet should be just underneath your hips. All right, guys. Jumping jack. All we're going to do is we're going to split our legs apart, clap our hands at the top, bring it all back in. Hollow rock starts lying down on the floor. We're going to lift our shoulders and our feet, and we're simply going to rock back and forth. If this is too much, just hold this position. If that's still too much, you can bend your knees a little bit. For the Superman, we start lying down on our stomachs. We lift our feet off the floor again and our hands off the floor. We're simply going to try and hold this position for a count of 1, 2, 3, and then down. Up, 1, 2, 3, down. Up, 1, 2, 3, down. Each of those 3 counts is 1 rep. The pistol is a one-legged squat. What we're going to work on today is getting the same number of repetitions on both sides at the same height. We're going to start out with a bench or a chair, and then if that seems easy for both sides, then what you're going to do is try to move to an object that's lower, perhaps a step. Steps usually work really well. So here's what it looks like from the front. I'm going to take one leg off the ground. I'm going to sit back, tap, and stand up. Switch sides, sit back, tap, and stand up. I'm trying to keep my back nice and straight. And I'm trying to keep that not standing foot off the ground. So I don't want to do this, okay? If you're doing that, you're probably at the wrong height. For our workout today, we are going to be doing 10 pistols, 10 push-ups, and 10 sit-ups. You're going to be doing 5 rounds of that. So I'm going to show you what 1 round looks like. For the pistols, we're going to be doing 5 pistols on each leg, alternating them. So it's going to look, a full round is going to look like this. There's my 10 pistols. Now my push-ups. I'm going to be doing Cobra today. After the push-ups, sit-ups. That's 1 round. You're going to do that 5 times. Okay, so today we're going to do a little bit of yoga to cool down. We're going to start off with mountain pose. We stand with our feet together, our hands together, our eyes closed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Next, we're going to move on to cat. For cat, we get down on all 4s. We're going to arch our backs, and then we're going to send our bellies to the floor. Arch our backs, send our bellies to the floor. Breathe in as you arch, and out as you bring your belly to the floor. Next, we're moving on to boat. We're going to sit with our arms forward and our legs forward. We're going to breathe. Our next pose is river. Going to lean forward and try to touch your toes. And just let your back relax. And finally, we're going to end with some bear breathing. Sit up nice and tall, cross your legs, hands in your lap, close your eyes, and take 10 deep breaths in and out. As you take your last 5 breaths, I'd like you to think about what are you grateful for? And I'm going to share a couple of things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that my family is healthy. I'm grateful that I get to communicate with all of you folks using technology. And I will be very grateful when we get to see you again in person. Hope you have a terrific day, and we will see you again on Thursday for virtual class 2.